All right, let's take a look at the chart action for Cardano. All right, so in my last videos, we were watching this previous top right there. Until we break this line right there, I'm still going to be slightly skeptical. We got the top right there, and then we caught resistance and came down, and then we came up and got a double top right there. I've been looking at that double top in general. Until we break kind of that line right there, I'm still going to be kind of cautious, but it does look like we are getting some support right here on the trend line that I was watching. We dipped below that trend line on the 4 hour, but like I said, I was waiting for us to close below it and get another red candle going to the downside and seeing if we could close on that one as well, but we didn't even close below it. It seems like we bounced right above it, got support on that line, so now it still seems like we're holding support, and then we also have this downtrend and also this top. So right now, what I'm saying is it looks like we got some support right here, and it looks like we're kind of heading to the upside to test this trend line right here. We had resistance, resistance, resistance. So yeah, let's see if we could break that resistance level right there. And then the next one would be this line right here, this top, the trend line from this top and this top right there. Let's see if we could break that trend line, and then maybe even this horizontal level right at maybe like 297, something like that. Once we start doing that, then I think we can get bullish. And I think if we do that, maybe since we did the bearish targets yesterday, let's do some bullish targets. Let's assume that we're going to break to the upside. We're on the 4 hour time frame right now, and what I'm looking at is these previous supports right here and right here, and then we have resistance right here and right here. We might even want to adjust this according to the bodies. That's what I would kind of look at. And then so what I would do is maybe drag from the top to the bottom right over here, or maybe something a little bit more over here, you can argue. And then if we can break this top trend line, something like this, we might be looking at a target of around 3.49, something like that. Let me know what you guys think about that. We could also keep the trend line the way it was and maybe drag the target something like this. You could argue that it's a little bit more, maybe something like that. If we could break that trend line, we might be looking at around 3.447. If we jump over the total crypto market cap, here's what I'm looking at. We've been watching this kind of triangle pattern, something like this. We had support right here, support right here, support right here, resistance right here, and resistance right here, pretty much. So basically I was watching this triangle pattern play out, something like that. It looks like we're breaking to the upside right now. Pretty much similar thing with Cardano. I really want to see us break above this previous high right there, and then I think then we'll start really being way more confident. The fact that we broke this trend line going to the upside right here, we're on the 4 hour time frame right now. We got a close, we got this candle to close on the 4 hour, and then now we're getting another green candle on the 4 hour. So let's see if we could keep that momentum going. Let's see if we could break this previous top right here. That's basically what I'll be watching. That, I think once we do that, I think it's gonna get pretty bullish. We might even have to test it and then come down and retest this bottom trend line, maybe. I'm not sure, but that's just what I'm kind of might be thinking. But yeah, I'm looking to test this one and then see where we can go from there. In general, I think if we zoom out a little bit and kind of look back in time, we topped out at around 2.5 trillion, right around that area, 2.49 trillion. So we're getting really close. We're at 2.12 right here in this level right here. Let's see if we could come back and maybe retest this area and maybe retest this area on the total crypto market cap. So in general, I think the fact that we broke that top line going to the upside is bullish slightly. Like I said, I still want to break this top right there, and then we'll be a little more confident in what I'm saying. So yeah, we have this little trend line going like this until we break this one going to the downside. That's another signal to watch if we're changing direction, basically. Alright, so let's jump over to Cardano versus Bitcoin. So like we were saying in my last couple videos, we have this support right here, support right there, basically this uptrend like this, and then we're basically topping out right here, right here, and right here. So we have a resistance line pretty much like that. It looks like a standard ascending triangle, and it looks like we're slightly testing to the upside right now. We haven't really broke out really, so let's kind of see. Like I've been kind of saying, we might be able to target from the top to the bottom of this triangle, either somewhere right there, or maybe be conservative somewhere right here. Sometimes I like to do that. But yeah, we maybe do it from the backside and we drag it to the breakout. If we can keep this momentum going towards Bitcoin, so we'd want to look at this one. If this chart is moving up, we want to look at Cardano more than we want to look at Bitcoin, but maybe we can target up here if this keeps on moving up like that. So opposed to that, we're looking at Cardano versus Ethereum on this chart, and basically we got a breakout to the downside right here. We had a rising wedge right here. We had support right here, and we were getting a little bit of support in this area right here, but we broke that trend line going to the downside. So basically what I'm watching is previous support zones. Right there, we kind of broke below that one, but it looked like we got a little bit of support there, but I think I'll be probably watching something like right here now, or maybe even right here. In general, what I'm doing right now is this is telling me to be looking at Ethereum. If this chart is going down, Ethereum is doing good. If this chart is going up, Cardano is doing good. So basically we have maybe this downtrend, something like this. We could also watch something like this. I do this on Dogecoin, and once we get a break in these trend lines, these downtrends, then we can kind of start getting an idea of when we're changing direction compared to Ethereum pretty much. Right now, Ethereum looks like it's dominating pretty much in general, just dominating. So yeah, Cardano looks good compared to Bitcoin, or at least like it looks like it's testing good to Bitcoin, but compared to our Ethereum, it looks like it's kind of trending down, and we're waiting for a break in these trend lines to get a little more reason to be bullish. This will make an even better case for Cardano. Alright, so if we swing back to Cardano and kind of wrap everything up, the total crypto market cap looks good for Cardano, and the fact that it kind of broke that triangle pattern to the upside, so that looks good for crypto. But the fact that Cardano is trending down to Ethereum, we might want to be watching Ethereum and waiting for those downtrends to break to the upside to get more bullish on Cardano. But in general, what I'm doing, like I said, I'm watching this previous top right there. If we could break this previous top around 297, maybe, like I said, we can be targeting around 3.40 or somewhere around there. We're going to have to wait and see when we break this top trend right here, where we're going to be at as far as the price goes and what it's doing. But yeah, that's basically what I'm watching. This will be kind of like a bullish scenario at around 3.40 if we can keep heading up. I do think it was a really good sign that we got a bounce right here instead of coming down and kind of breaking through and getting some big red candles. So I think this bounce right here is a pretty good sign for Cardano. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Alright, if you guys like that video, hit that thumbs up button.